Hello everyone, welcome to the talk show by Group 7. So today we are going to talk about the opportunities and challenges in biotechnology. My name is Zoe Temei, student ID SP20089. So I will start with the challenges. One of the challenges in the field of industrial biotechnology is related to the environment. Industrial or white biotechnology uses microorganisms and enzymes to produce goods like the chemicals and plastics for industry. As we all know, plastics are a key material in modern life, but it can cause serious plastic pollution, which is harmful to many organisms. So bioplastic is produced to solve this problem. Nowadays, many people assume that the bioplastic produced by the industrial biotechnology can break down completely in the environment, but this is not the case. The challenges involved is to produce effective bioplastic that can decompose in a shorter time to reduce the environment pollution. Not all bioplastic compose easily or completely, and some may leave behind the toxic residues. Some will break down only at specific conditions, such as the exposure to UV lights, and some will take many years to break down. The biodegradable plastic that decomposes in landfill will produce a methane gas, which is a greenhouse gas that will result in global warming. It should be noted that the plastics that are marketed as biodegradable may contribute to the plastic pollution if they are lost or littered. They do not break down as quickly or completely in the environment and can thus be harmful to the wildlife and ecosystem. Besides, some bioplastics are made from the plants such as corn and potato. This can cause intensive agriculture using fertilizers, which will result in greenhouse gas emission. A decrease in agricultural land will also cause a significant rise in the food price and also hunger, as some of the food sources are used to produce the bioplastic. Next, the challenges involved are to produce bioplastic that are low in cost. Taking the example of polyhydroxyalkanoates (PHA) produced by the microbes, it is used to produce the biodegradable plastic, and it is not commercially produced in large scale due to the high production costs. Another challenge is related to the synthetic biology in industrial biotechnology. Synthetic biology involves the redesigning organisms for useful purposes by engineering them. Synthetic biological creations are designed to self-replicate, and once they are released into the environment, they will be impossible to stop and could wipe out the entire species. This type of pollution is known as the genetic pollution and can be devastating since these engineered organisms cannot be controlled. So now I'll pass to Sian. So Sian, what is your opinion about the changes in biotechnology?
Thank you, Zoe. My name is Lim Singh and my matrix number is SB200F5. In my opinion, the extraordinary revolution in biotechnology has created new possibilities for curing disease and manipulating our genetic heritage. It is easy to see how biotechnology can be used for medicinal purpose, but it has also created numerous challenges that need close attention. This technology is often hugely expensive compared to traditional treatment. There is an ongoing give and take about finding new medical advancement and the cost it takes to do research and then market the findings for purchase. There is also the concern that high cost of tech treatment can exclude an entire class of people from being able to utilize them. This is also a huge give and take, with science and medicine having a responsibility to help all patients, not just those who are willing enough to buy the best care. Such drugs as tissue plasminogen activator, used to break up clot that cause heart attacks and stroke, and erythropoietin and colony stimulating factors used to restore blood supply in cancer patients being treated with chemotherapy are extremely expensive. Although insurance often cover the cost in the United States, people in many other nations cannot take advantage of these drugs. They are also have privacy concern. Protecting patient privacy is an increasing concern. Thanks, thanks to latest advance in technology that's making it possible to decipher human genome. However, as researchers become adroit at decoding an individual genetic composition, it's highly possible that compromising information on a patient's future health will gradually become available. This can lead to massive problems. For example, it will be possible to know that a 6-year-old may develop serious heart complications later in life. That's all for me. I will pass this to Atika. Atika, what is your opinion?
Okay, thank you, Sian. So I will talk about my opinion for the challenges in agriculture biotechnology. So for agriculture, for sure, we will talk about food security. Increases in the population, particularly in developing countries, create the need for an even larger supply of food. By improving crop yields and reducing crop losses, several experts have proposed that biotechnology has the potential to increase world food production and minimize food insecurity. Farmers in developing countries will find the latest innovation lucrative, as with any change in technology. Consumers will benefit in developing countries if biotech crops are less costly and more nutritious than commercial crops. To unleash the potential of biotechnology, a range of economic requirements has to be met. Farmers must be able to plant biotech varieties, and local conditions must be suitable for those varieties. Much of the biotechnology research so far has been conducted for temperate climate crops by the private sector, and some research is underway on developing countries' staple crops, but this sector has grown more slowly, in part because of concern about the ability of farmers to buy input and the lack of intellectual property rights in developing countries. Some farmers in developing countries are already growing biotech crops. Of the 44.2 million hectares planted in 2000 for biotech crops, developing countries account for around 24%, although much of that production is in one region. So, also for GMOs, the ever-growing human population is projected to reach 9.8 billion by 2050, and the current issue associated with global climate change and the increasing demand for agricultural raw materials for industry will have an immense effect production. Lack of cultivable area, rising input costs, limited irrigation, structured lifespan, post-harvest loss of fresh products, weeds, insects, pests, and disease are most of the major challenges affecting global food production. So government views GMOs in Asia, particularly in China and India, as a way to produce more food for burgeoning population, despite some domestic opposition and support for the labeling of GM products. And the uncertain effects. The uncertain effects on the ecosystem is one a major concern about the introduction of GM crop varieties. One of the possible problems is that the new gene may be accidentally passed to other plants, including weeds and even wide varieties of the crop species. Through pollination, scientific research has shown that this is theoretically feasible, but is still uncertain about the possible long-term impacts they could have. There are concerns that such transfer could lead to the creation of resistant superweeds, the loss of genetic diversity within the species of growth, and perhaps even the destabilization of certain ecosystems. This last problem also arises from the particular use of bacillus thuringiensis, where the genetic alteration results in the direct production of toxic by the crop. And environmentalists argue that non-targeted organisms which could kill population of friendly insect species will accidentally pick up the toxin. The introduction of new cultural practice to boost efficiency, nutritional quality, and control of pests has at the expense of jeopardizing sustainable productivity, marginally improve production. And biotechnology has played a major role in sustainably growing global crop production and productivity, as well as conserving biodiversity. And improvement in productivity was demonstrated by the effect of GM crops, while in developed countries the profitability was higher than in developed countries. Traditional crop processing method use a variety of chemicals to improve yield and have a negative impact on the environment for most of the chemicals. In order to minimize the use of agricultural inputs such as pesticides and artificial fertilizers, new genetically modified crops are being produced. In addition, the enhancing profitability, this will also promote sustainability and reduce detrimental effect on the environment and human health. So that's all for me. So how about you, Malini? What's your opinion for the opportunities in biotechnology?
My name is Malini YELANSARAN and my metric number is SB20109. And today I'm going to present about the opportunities in biotechnology. When talk about the biotechnology, as we all know, biotechnology have a huge part in our daily life. From the clothes we wear, food we eat, the medicine we use to keep our body healthy, and the fuel we use to take us around. My first point on opportunities in biotechnology is within the healthcare sector. In the healthcare sector, biotechnology is already benefiting more than 350 million patients around the world through the use of biotech medicine and vaccines to prevent and treat humans from the chronic illness. Biotechnology is a best platform to conduct researches on vaccine. This is because it's proven by a survey which revealing that biotechnology research on vaccines has grown steadily across developing countries. As we all know, vaccine has a high demand in our global market due to the corona issue. By applying this biotechnology knowledge in this vaccine development, it gives an opportunity to handle it with the proper aseptic techniques and infection prevention guidelines to produce high quality products. And my second point on the opportunities in biotechnology is in the agriculture sector. In the agriculture sector, biotechnology helps to reduce fuel use and carbon dioxide emission whilst producing food containing with few toxins. It also gives a new opportunity to improved and adapted agriculture crops by an environmentally sustainable way by reducing excess pesticide and fertilizer use that treats biodiversity and health. For example, use of marker for assisted selection and genetic modification to develop improved plant and animal varieties. And my last point on opportunities in biotechnology is biotechnology is helping to fight the global warming issue. This is by as an alternative and safer form of global energy instead of diminishing and volatile fossil fuels. It has led to significant reduction in greenhouse gas emission with the aim to reduce 2.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent per year by 2030. This shows the great opportunity in biotechnology to fight against the global warming issue. And then that's all from me about the opportunities in biotechnology. Thank you. Then I will ask Lisa Teo about her opinion on the opportunities in biotechnology. I hope that she will share more about the opportunities in biotechnology. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Teodisha. So in the future, biotechnology will be a big trend and essential role in humans' life. There are many opportunities that we can see from the biotechnology that might change humans' life drastically. Recent years, the human is getting more concerned toward food supply as people worldwide are facing different degrees of shortage food supply. due to various reasons. With the help of biotechnology, food supply problem could be solved. Therefore, superhybrid rice and transgenic fish appears as solutions of food supplies. For example, traditional varieties of rice are tall and bloach easily. These are low-yielding and can be grown only once a year since they are made 5 to 6 months to mature. These traditional rice are so often susceptible to insect pests and disease, and the grains may shatter easily. In 2020, locusts have swarmed in large numbers of dozens of countries including Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, Somalia, India, Pakistan, Iran, Yemen, Oman, and even to Saudi Arabia. This caused a severe problem as the food supply is being destroyed. From here, we can see the opportunity of biotechnologies. Super hybrid rice is a variety designed for the future. Its target yields of 12 tons will be achieved to address drastic transformations of the rice plant architectures. Fewer tillers, more grains per panicles, more efficiency of water usage and nutrients, matures in short period than traditional varieties need, and more excellent resistant to insect pests and disease. Besides, to reduce fishing pressure on wild stocks due to pollution of the oceans is getting severe, and the excessive catching fish that make sure supply of fish is sufficient in the future, transgenic fish had been developed as potential food. Transgenic fish are genetically modified fish in which a foreign gene is transferred into them using genetic engineering technique. The aim is to introduce a new trait to the fish which do not occur naturally in the species. The researchers claim that transgenic fish could offer fish farmers possible exploitation of cheaper and greener diet. Transgenic fish can also bring fish strains like trait cold tolerance, salinity tolerance, availability of disease resistance, and fast growing. Some transgenic fish have promoters driving an overproduction of all fish growth hormone. This results in dramatic growth enhancement in several species, including salmonids, crabs, and tilapia. For example, the promoters had been extracted from ocean port fish and growth hormone gene extracted from Chinook salmon to transfer into the eggs of North Atlantic salmon. This produced a dramatic increase in the size of transgenic North Atlantic salmon. So that's all. Thank you for watching our TV shows. See you next time.